my friends, MD Vegan. Tarragon dressing today, lemon tarragon dressing with cashews, my 3 ingredients today. And I have to try a little bit how to make a nice tarragon dressing. I tell you this one, it's so easy and it's so surprising, to me at least. A totally new flavor, and I always loved tarragon a lot, but there is something to say about tarragon. This is what it looks like. You see, a wonderful herb, beautiful, like grass, and there's 2 bunches here. It has a strong flavor. It's called light, and it corresponds to sour. You would combine it not with so many different things. That is pretty much a flavor that is on its own. It can be interpreted in different directions. Licorice, for example, it can go into that direction, but it doesn't have to. Really, it's amazing. It's a green herb, and now the spring is there. We have wonderful green herbs, and I want to make some nice recipes. I have already bought some tarragon. I used some basil, and of course others. And the tarragon, I was always, for many years, always fond of together with carrots. Carrots and tarragon go so nice together, and especially have a special relationship. And now I maybe make a carrot salad, and I thought it might be nice to have a tarragon dressing. And then I began to try what kind of dressing could I make with tarragon, and it wasn't that easy at the beginning. I used different things, but I came up with something very simple using cashews and lemon. And it's really, it doesn't have to be too much of a cashew, just maybe 2 tablespoons or so for a huge amount of dressing. It should be a watery dressing, a runny dressing. It should be creamy, of course, but light, because a carrot salad, and I want to make a carrot salad, it should be, and I make julienne carrots, very fine, grated. It has to be runny, otherwise you had lumps in the salad. That's not nice. Then the carrot juliennes, the fine stripes, they stick together. That's not nice to eat anymore. So a light dressing from the texture, runny, so only some of the cashews. And they would be too fat otherwise also. If you put more nuts in there, the dressing feels fat, and that's not nice with the tarragon together. I don't know, I found it should be light. And that is also what I would characterize it. And now the interesting thing here is lemon is a flavor that seems to be perfect together with tarragon. Lemon here, and that's half a lemon, or that's a whole lemon. And you see half of the lemon has been peeled. The white is okay, it's healthy and it doesn't matter. And the other half of the lemon here is not peeled. And that's the interesting thing. When I blend this dressing, just cashews, lemons, and tarragon, then, and water of course, here that's what the tarragon looks like. One stem looks like this, and I can't use the stems. It has to be set in this and at this place, because they are like they're too hard. It's not nice. So I have to just take the leaves from the tips can be used. The stems of the tips, they are very soft and tender. That's no problem. But the other part of the stems, I leave them behind. Otherwise, the dressing will not be smooth. You have the scratching in your throat. I tried it a little bit. I don't use the stems in this case. Only the tips of the stem. That is okay. With a fresh sprouts are shooting, and there the stems are so nice. And you can use really some tarragon here, because that's where I was just talking about before I began with the stems. You can use some amount of tarragon, because when you blend it just with lemon and cashew, the flavor remains very light. There is an intensity in the flavor, but it is very light. That's why I was not really surprised when I used thought about it, when I used the lemon peel. I thought, wow, in this recipe I can use so much lemon peel. Usually when I use lemon peel, and it can be quickly too much, I can use a very small amount sometimes, just like this. Now that's all I would use in many recipes, and if I use more, the whole flavor is spoiled. But in this case, with this tarragon, you can use a lot of lemon peel, and the flavor gets better and better. I was surprised. Wow, that's a lot. And here, that is a part of the characteristic of the tarragon. It's a very unique herb. It's very, very interesting. I will try more with it. And it's not so easy to use. I have to say, I was a little bit trying to make several attempts to get a nice dressing, nice result. But here I begin with a cup of water, and maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of cashews and 1 lemon, half peeled. So that's what I have. I will try, and I'll tell you later, after the blender dance, what it tastes like. And then I will refine a little bit more. I'm just beginning to explore the tarragon. It's, as I said, it's not such an easy herb. Very, very, very nice. Let's test now. One more time. Because these cashews have not been soaked, as you may have seen, and so they will soak a little bit in the water now, and it will be a little bit creamier. So now it's pretty runny. That's okay. I don't like this dressing to taste fat, as I said before. More cashews would mean it tastes light, a little bit too fat, and I don't want to have that. I want to have a light flavor here. I'm just thinking about putting more lemon peel in there. Let's see, maybe. Maybe a little bit more of the peel. So I end up using the whole peel of the lemon and a little bit more of the herbs here. Here this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stems, like a 7th stem now. If you have it in the garden, the tarragon grows pretty huge like this. I have it in the garden, but these are only very short, so when I count the stems here, it doesn't mean it for all the kinds of stems. Some might be longer. So one more, a little bit more. So, and maybe some more of the cashews here. I have some more, just in case. I left them aside. A little bit more would be nice. Yeah, a little bit more. Just a little bit creamier. Not too much, not too much. So step by step, that's an easy way to evolve, to make the flavor unfold. Then you know, if you begin with too much of one, then it will be difficult to take it back. Otherwise you end up with huge amounts of dressing or so, or soup. So rather begin careful. I begin to touch it, and then I go further. Yeah, the texture is okay. It won't work with any kind of nuts, by the way. Yeah, it has to be a nut that makes a creamy texture. If you do the other nuts, it might be that the dressing dissolves and parts. So the water goes away from the dressing and you put it over the salad, and then you have the water on the ground of the plate, and that's not nice, and the rest gets crumbly and so. No, it should be creamy and homogeneous texture. Now the dressing, the texture is nicer than before. It's a little bit creamier. That's good. Shouldn't be, again, not too fat in the flavor. Now we're getting there. I show you what it looks like. Yeah, I show you the little glass. I will put it in a container, glass with a lid on top, but I show you one now here to see the runniness, what it looks like. The best way, you see. This is creamy, it's a nice color. It has a wonderful flavor. And the flavor is really light at the same time and intense. It's interesting. You would say intense is not light, but yes, the flavor is very characteristic, but it is still light. You won't have too much fat in there, wouldn't taste nice, or no salt. Yeah, that's important too. It would spoil it, I guess. I tried a little bit salt. No, it begins to scratch in the neck, in the throat. No, and other things too. I will definitely use more ingredients here in this later. I will refine it, and I guess will be able to make many other recipes on this base. Yeah, just cashews, lemon, and tarragon and water. But to begin with, it's very nice. It's totally sufficient. It's a very characteristic flavor, and I'm looking forward to the salad I make with that. I'm looking forward to your comments, your likes. You may also want to subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and you can comment there too. I answer most of the comments. I try as soon as I can. And Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. See you soon.